Hey guys, I'm BK. This is Docker Part 1 continuation video. So I posted Docker Part 1. So there is a noise issue on that video. So that's why again I explain in Docker architecture. Okay. On my first Part 1 video, so after 7 minutes there is a noise. So in my phone everything is okay, but when I upload on YouTube, so there is an issue in YouTube. Okay, coming to the topic. So this part 1 continuation video will talk about basic architecture of Docker. So in part 1 video also I spoke about Docker architecture only. So this part 1 continuation video, this video also I'm going to talk about Docker architecture. Okay, if you want this repository link, you get this link on this video description. Okay, let's talk about Docker client and Docker host and the Docker hub. What is this? So I start with the Docker host. So Docker host is nothing but Docker daemon. Okay, what is Docker daemon? So once you install Docker on your virtual machine, once you install Docker on your local machine, you will, by using this command, that is a sudo systemctl status docker. So you get this output, which is active state. Okay, which means Docker is running. So this is called Docker daemon. So which means Docker daemon is the one who managing everything, like a container, image, volume, network, everything. So Docker host is nothing but, we can say, Docker engine. So inside the Docker engine, Docker daemon is running. Docker daemon is a background process. So that Docker daemon is managing Docker container, Docker image, Docker volume, and Docker network. Okay, in this part 1 continuation video, I'm explaining you a very simple concept, like a very basic one. So in upcoming video, I will talk about like in depth. Okay, coming to Docker client. So I already installed Docker on my machine. So now Docker daemon is running on my machine. So how can I see the Docker daemon? You can use some commands like journal or sudo systemctl status docker. So by using that command, you can verify your Docker daemon is running your computer or not. Okay, coming to Docker client, I go to this board. Okay, so this is my virtual machine. So I show you. So I hosted this virtual machine in Google Cloud. So okay, inside this is a Ubuntu virtual machine. Ubuntu virtual machine. I installed Docker by using sudo apt install docker.io. If you want that command, you get this command on this video description link. You don't need to worry about the command. Okay, I'll show you. This is a repository I'm using for this video. If you click Docker Part 1 folder, here you can see all the commands you can use. Coming to the topic. Okay, so I installed a Docker in my Ubuntu machine. Now, by using sudo systemctl status docker, I verify Docker daemon is running or not. Now, I'm going to architecture. What is Docker client? So Docker client is nothing but, if you are a Linux user, you know about shell commands, right? So there is a many shell commands like pwd or who am I, many things. What is this? This is the command. By using this command, what you can do? You can interact with your machine. So this who am I command will convert to binary, which is 00110011. It send the request to your interpreter. Okay, this interpreter will convert your English okay, your command to binary. Then send the request to the machine and get back the output. I hope you understand the concept. So here Docker client is nothing but it's a language. We installed Docker in our laptop. So we need to talk to Docker because we need to create a container, we need to create an image, we need to create a volume, we need to create a network. For that we need a language, right? So that is called Docker push, Docker pull, Docker run, Docker build. Here you can see there are many commands in Docker. So this is just a simple command. Okay, now I'm going to run a command in my machine. So Docker client is nothing but it's a language for communicating to the Docker. It is taking more time to establish connecting to SSH server. Okay, I'm not going to use that. So I'm going to use my local machine. I'm going to run Docker run nginx latest. You see, something is running. I don't know what this is. What it is. If you are new to Docker, definitely you will ask this question. Okay, something is running. I don't know what is it. So this is a command. So once you run this command, what will happen in the background? I will explain. Okay, now you understand what is Docker host. You understand what is Docker client. Now coming to third topic, which is a Docker registry. What is Docker registry mean? Go to this part 1 continuation folder. Here you can see Docker hub, where all the Docker image will store. It's a repository. So we can store like a public image or private image or some official image that you can see some version, everything. Okay, I go into Docker hub. So this is Docker hub where all the images will store. Okay, so if you sign in, this page will redirect into your Docker hub portal. Coming to the topic, registry hub. Here I run this command. Next, what will happen? I go to this board. So this is a laptop. Inside the laptop there is my Docker. I run command called Docker run nginx latest. So this Docker first look at my this Docker will check my local image. How to check?
Come as short.
So okay, how to check? Once I run Docker run nginx latest, what will happen? You see, there is a permission error. Okay, sudo run -d. You see, something is happening. I will explain what it is. When I execute this command, this Docker daemon will look at my local image. How to see? Sudo Docker images. You see here, it look at this image, but this on the time this image would be none, because I had not created any image in my local. Then what happened? This Docker daemon will look at Docker hub, which is this hub. This Docker daemon pull the image from the Docker repository and store it in my local. So now you can see this. So Docker store it in my local under Docker images. Okay. Here I am using run command, which is this Docker will, the Docker won't store the image inside the Docker images. It run this image. Now I want to see where it is running. By using Docker ps command, you can verify. You see this? So this is called port. So Docker is a microcomputer. Docker needs network, volume, everything, right? Because our laptop is a computer, right? We need a volume, which is a storage. We are using a RAM. And Docker also needs, right? So Docker need volume, Docker need network also, so that it can connect with another container or another machine. So this Nginx application is running on port 80. I just want to see how. By using curl -l 0.80. So it is not working. So I should use public IP of this machine. For that I'm copy this. $80. Why it is not working? HTTP. So it is running inside the container. Okay. So we are not exposed this in external world. So it is running inside this virtual machine. So I just want to know the IP address. For that I am using sudo docker inspect. So this is our IP address. Now I going to use curl command. You see this? Welcome to Nginx. So Nginx application is running. Now go to architecture. See, I hope now you are understanding this architecture. So part 1 continuation is completed. In part 2 video, I will talk about Docker container, how to create Docker container and how to create Docker image and Docker commands. Thank you for watching. Tada, bye bye.